You can't just say, hey, I'm going to get rid of these people, and then look at the farmers that are left without workers.
So first, immigrants are taking your jobs. Now they're not there to work for you. Pick a struggle, because you can't have both.
I got to farm with my dad every day. It's a way of life. It's a wonderful way of life. And it's at risk. And it shouldn't be. One of the best memories that I had was just my dad teaching me how to drive a tractor. I got to farm with my dad every day. It was pretty cool. How many people could do that? People came to this country for opportunity. Opportunity equals land. And we're giving that up. And it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Part of the reason why the greatness of this nation is because we take care of people, and there's values of the family farm that need to be upheld. And it's good for America.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I need you blue state liberals to stop calling the farmers who voted for their own personal financial ruin stupid. It's infantilizing. They aren't stupid. To actually manage a farm effectively requires insane depths of knowledge in math, science, logistics. These people aren't dumb. But what they are learning, for I think in some cases the first time in their lives, is how expensive racism is. They heard Trump loud and clear when he said that he would deport their labor force, and that he would tariff essentially all of the inputs they need to run their facilities. And they absolutely heard him when he claimed over and over again that the US gave too much to the world in aid, and therefore those aid streams, which most often include the food these farmers grow, would be cut. They heard it all. They just didn't believe it. They thought this was just Trump 1.0, and there would be enough adults in the room to say, hey, this is reckless. We can't do this because it will dismantle the economy. Yeah, a lot of farmers were hurt during the first Trump administration. Thanks to his reckless trade wars, particularly with China, a lot of them went bankrupt. And the bailouts that originally happened under Trump's first term didn't mostly even go to these small-scale farmers. It ended up going to big agribusiness. And I have a feeling, if past is prologue, we're going to see that happen again, if bailouts happen at all. Because the reality is these people do not actually want to save these small-scale farms. People in this admin, like J.D. Vance, very specifically invested in things like Acre Trader. Their goal is for these farmers to go bankrupt so that they can consolidate, buy up huge swaths of their land, and make a fortune. So I'm not going to lie to you, there is very little incentive for anybody in this administration to actually give these farmers a bailout, no matter how angry and white and male they are. I doubt there are any farmers listening to this at the moment, but the billionaires do not care about you. They actually just want to take your stuff. So even if a bailout does come, and I doubt an effective one will, but if it does, it is going to be meager enough to keep these people in dire financial straits. Because the goal of a lot of these billionaires and investment firms is to make them desperate enough to sell. So you can say goodbye to small-scale family farms, that's for sure. What's kind of funny about this is that Let's Go Brandon tried to bail you out for real. And that's probably the last time anyone will, so.
When President Obama was in office, we had a wonderful jolt of energy because we had an administration that said, we're going to have advanced biofuels power our country. And then Trump got in there and decided to have his trade wars again and everything else, and to roll back all those environmental protections, and the ag economy started to tank. Joe Biden gets in there again. Hey, we're going to have advanced biofuels. We're going to have airline fuel that comes from corn-based ethanol. What happened? Prices went up again, up to an all-time high, right where they were. Trump gets back in there again. We're going to have a trade war, and boom, prices are tanking again.
Just read this morning that Texas farmers are closing down because they can't find laborers to work their fields. Are you telling me white people can't, won't work in the fields? Hey, all of you who thought they were taking your jobs, accepting applications now.
When Trump said that migrants are stealing black jobs, we know the type of jobs he was thinking about. It's like this and this and this. But these are stereotypes. But you know what? I'm here at the 84th Grand Conclave of Mega Psi Phi Fraternity. What better place to ask, what type of jobs do African Americans have? Because obviously, it's not the stereotype. Hey, what do you do for a living?
I'm a retired New York City principal.
What do you do for a living?
I work in sales in Columbus, Ohio.
What do you do for a living?
I do technical sales. I build public safety networks. I'm a supervisor for a catering company for the airlines, so I make sure everybody's safe from going home at night. Software engineer.
I'm in my greenhouse planting some vegetables. And I'm thinking about all these farmers that's losing the farms. All them white farmers. Not the black farmers, because we donating to them. You don't hear the black farmers crying the blues, but them white farmers, oh shit, they talking about they losing their farms now because of Trump. But they voted for Trump. But they losing their farms. Right. The black farmers, you don't hear them crying the blues, right? Here's the difference. See, they wasn't dependent on the government. When you depend on the government to take care of you, my daddy told me never depend on the government. Now see, if they cut my little social security check, I ain't gonna say little, but because I can use that piece of coin that I worked for. You understand? I worked 32 years for my monies, for my coins. So it's mine. But I didn't depend on the government in my retired life. You don't depend on the government. No. Anyway, back to the farmers that's losing their farms. I can't even say I feel sorry for you. But this is what I'm going to do. Look here, people. Let me tell you something. Oh, look at here. This is going to be some good eating right here. You understand what I'm saying? Look here. I just grow my own stuff. Look here. That's what I'm doing right there. Yeah. So, I ain't worried about the white farmers losing their farms. I ain't even feeling sorry because they voted for Trump. You get what you asked for. You asked for the tariffs, you got them.
Kennedy Space Center.
Attorney. We work for the district government. I'm an IT guy for Northrop Grumman.
I'm an IT project coordinator on the Ohio Texas.
What I do for a living? I'm a software manager.
Sales.
I'm an NCIS agent, federal agent, and a polygraph examiner for them.
I work for a nonprofit organization that supports families and individuals when they've experienced some level of trauma or stress.
I'm the AVP of Program Management, manage project managers and business analysts all over the world. I am the chief meteorologist for Telemundo and for the NBC affiliate in Delaware.
Got a question.
What's up?
What do you do for a living?
I own my own restaurant.
All right. What do you do for a living?
I'm social worker. I'm a student at Jacksonville State University.
What are you studying?
Psychology with a sports management honor.
I am a school teacher. I'm an HR professional at FedEx. High school person. I work at the United States Military Academy in the admissions department.
I'm a retired colonel, United States Army, 31 years. But my profession now is that I sell oil and gas.
I am a physician. I do sports medicine and occupational medicine. I work in the Richmond, Virginia area.
I currently attend the United States Military Academy to commission to be a second lieutenant in the United States Army.
This is the first time in my life farming that I still have crop in my bins that I can't sell. Basically what we're getting out, a bushel of corn or a bushel of rice, would be like you making $5 an hour and trying to pay your bills at home. Mexico and China are the two biggest rice buyers for the United. They buy more rice off of us than anyone, and when they stop buying rice, we have nowhere to go with the rice. It won't be a trickle down effect. It will be like flushing a toilet if the ag industry collapses. Totally 100% dependent upon the Lord Jesus Christ. I surrender it to Him.
So I just saw this video of this white man who's not MAGA, by the way, or at least he says he's not, but because he damn sure selling the look. But he says he has a fake account over on Twitter, and he joined this group of white farmers, and he's pretending to be MAGA just to see what they're talking about. So apparently they had this group chat or group call where the white MAGA farmers were upset. in saying the only reason why they voted for shitty britches was because they thought the blacks didn't have jobs and the blacks would come back and work their fields. They thought they were going to get slavery back by voting for shitty britches. But they have been saying loud and proud with their chest that immigrants were taking their jobs. Yet, there are a couple of farms here in Texas that overnight lost 100% of their workforce. But immigrants was taking their jobs, right? Racism is expensive, huh?
Who did you vote for president? Mr. Trump. Right? Trump. Mr. Trump. If the election were today, Frank, would you vote for Donald Trump?
No way. Couldn't happen. No.
You voted for President Trump. So now, in this moment, you say you're in a free fall. What is your message to him?
So I'm off the Trump train. Where I'm going for now is I got to protect my business.
Highland, a wheat farmer who says he's lost $400,000 since Trump took office.
I think there was a lot of people who voted for him that want to stay loyal to him, but it's going to get to the point where financially, if it's between supporting the president or losing your family farm.
You voted for the president?
Yes, I did.
And do you support these policies which might be hurting farmers like you?
Right now, we're the ones that are taking the hit.
And he's sort of backstabbing the main people who got him into office in the Midwest, and he just left us down.
So them farmers really thought we was coming to get in them fields? Is that what I'm reading? Y'all really thought we was coming to get in those fields? It's funny when black people say stuff like over a year ago when we said that Donald Trump specifically saying that immigrants were coming over here to steal black jobs meant that him deporting them was supposed to open the door for us to get back in the fields. Of course, immediately, most people said, y'all are reaching. Now here we are. They are literally on Twitter, all over social media, complaining about the fact that we did not come into those fields. I get the unemployment rate is rising rapidly in the black community. I believe for us, it's about 7% compared to about 4.5% for just about any other demographic. But that also means that 93% of us have jobs. 93% of us are working. And 93% of us were never coming out into those fields to pick your stupid crops. Y'all are supposed to be the pick them up by their bootstraps people, right? Y'all are always the ones talking about earn this, that, hard work, this, that. But then y'all never want to do your own damn work. Y'all brought us over here, all right? We spent hundreds of years doing that stuff for free. We spent another 100 years after that with Jim Crow rights. We fought, bled, died, protested, did everything we possibly could to gain the rights that we have now. We live in this country, we work, we own businesses. We are not going back to your fields. Can y'all just let that shit go? Like, can y'all let it go? It ain't gonna happen. And there's nothing you're gonna do to make it happen. You don't got the numbers, you don't have the manpower. We're not going back. The experiment failed, okay? And now guess what's happening? Food is rotting in the ground because y'all really thought we was coming back out there.
You've said you have almost no equity left.
It's getting down, it's getting low.
Do you think you can make it another year?
I don't know. Do you just keep going, rolling the dice, hoping things will turn? I mean, it's not looking good.
We're going to take some of that tariff money that we made, we're going to give it to our farmers who are, for a little while, going to be hurt until it kicks in. The tariffs kick into their benefit.
Like most farmers we spoke to, Daniels and Carmack say they'd rather work their fields than rely on taxpayer money.
It will help pay some bills, but that's not fixing the problem. It's a Band-Aid when we need stitches.
Can you wait? Can you wait this out?
Foreign families can't wait.
I hear it's affecting your health.
Yes. 4 blood pressure pills a day. 3 different medicines. 2 years ago, none.
What do you think about when you go to bed at night?
What's going to be left in a year, 2 years? Am I the one that broke what started in the late 1800s?
Never been about qualifications or experience. It's always been about race and class. And America has always been some form of a job farm or a plantation. And what you see here is they're trying to set things in the order that they desire it to be in. Deport the brown, replace them with the blacks, and elevate the whites back to their rightful place as they see it. The press secretary is 27, the vice president is 40, and the secretary of defense is 44. It's not about experience. It's not about qualifications. It's about whiteness. 73% of air traffic controllers are white, 15% are Hispanic, 9% are black. So how is DEI the problem if 73% of the people doing the job are white? Now maybe the rest of you can see what some of us have been trying to tell you all along.
Are you angry?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm totally mad. There's no reason for it. This is absolute stupidity. This is a man-made crisis caused by Donald Trump. Period.
John Bartman is a soybean farmer whose family has been working Illinois land since before the Civil War. This year, his crops, diligently planted, meticulously cared for, are losing their value.
This is a yield monitor. This allows me to see instantly what my yield is doing. So this is 4,134. So that's roughly $40,000 worth of soybeans that we have harvested. And a couple years ago, that was easily $60,000. So that's a major change. This is the economics. It's what we do in this country. We export food. And we can't do that right now.
Soybeans are the largest agricultural export from the U.S., valued at more than $24 billion last year, 52% of which was exported to China. But this year, soybean exports to China are down 51% compared with the same time period last year. The drop comes as China stopped buying soybeans from the U.S. and an escalating trade war. President Donald Trump insists farmers will win the trade war. Posting on Truth Social October 1st, "We've made so much money on tariffs that we are going to take a small portion of that money and help our farmers. I will never let our farmers down." John Bartman is skeptical.
Bailout's not going to do it. Bailout, unfortunately, we need the money.
Once you lose a customer like China, can you ever get them back?
I sincerely doubt it. Why would they?
As a black farmer, it is hilarious when I hear white farmers complain about how they're losing their government subsidies and how they can't support their farms. My farm is closing down. You know, y'all acting just like a hoe acts like when their sugar daddy moves away, you know. You start crying because he don't leave that light bill money on the freaking nightstand he used to, huh? No, stop crying. Stop bitching. Your people have had centuries of a head start on black farmers. And yet, for some reason, every other video that I seen on damn Farm Talk, you know, the farm side of freaking TikTok, I'm seeing white farmers bitching, whining, and complaining. Excuse me, my people couldn't even read at one point. So why in the hell am I doing less bitching than you? You've been given everything. Imagine being so privileged that you're sitting on stolen land crying, "Daddy government, come save me. I can't afford to pay for my stolen land." Damn!
We must talk about this. We have to talk about the status of the farmers. Yep, the farmers. That overwhelmingly, the white farmers that overwhelmingly voted for Trump. Now, the farmers are asking for welfare from the government because a lot of them are losing their farms because the subsidies that they get from the government, they can't afford the farms without the subsidies in many cases. And they're like, look, we need help. But here's the difference. When the black farmers asked for help, the white farmers filed a lawsuit. They filed a lawsuit against the black farmers for asking for assistance from the federal government.
and they weren't able to receive the assistance from the government because of the white farmers filing the lawsuit. Question is, do you think white farmers, should receive the help, the same help that the black farmers had asked for, and they filed a lawsuit? Should the black farmers do the same thing and file a lawsuit? Get in the comments, let me know.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Furaha. If you're watching me for the first time, kindly consider subscribing to my channel. If you like this kind of content, I'm requesting you to go back to my channel, go and find the videos that I have done in the past and watch some of them. If you fall in love with this kind of content and anything surrounding the lives of black people in America and everything that encompasses that, please consider subscribing, be part of this amazing family, and I'll be glad to have you here over and over again. So guys, on today's video, we're talking about white farmers again. White farmers have been causing a lot of trouble lately because people are having a lot of, misunderstanding every now and then, because white farmers decided that they do not want help, that they do not want the undocumented immigrants to stay around. They complained about them. They set them up for what do you call it, for being deported, and they were deported. They told Trump that they do not want these people around and they are uncomfortable, that these people are taking their jobs. And when you're talking about their jobs, we're basically talking about the white people's jobs. And that is what their president, who they voted for willingly, happily, and excitedly, they told him that they do not want this, and he did exactly what they wanted him to do. He deported those undocumented immigrants and they left America. Now, a few weeks later, for you to know how shameless these people are, a few weeks later they come out and say, they're uncomfortable that the undocumented immigrants have left America and now they're unable to do their jobs on the farms. They do not have enough help. They're unable to harvest. They're unable to take their produce to the markets. They're unable to make money. Now, what are they asking the government to do? Bring us back the undocumented immigrants. Now, that is the only point that really made me annoyed, and I was thinking about it so hard, and it really gets annoying every single day that I talk about it. Because why are you taking people, adults, a whole people that are respected where they come from? You might not respect these people, but they are respected where they come from. They are family men and women. They are brothers and sisters to people. They are people's children. You cannot be playing around with people's minds like that. You ask them to leave, and you know that they need these jobs, that these people, you have done a number on them. You have hurt them. You have, exploited them in every sense. And one of the ways that white people and the white farmers have really extorted these people is the kind of pay that they give them. These undocumented people have been immigrants, they have been extorted in very, very embarrassing ways. So these people, white farmers, know that they can take advantage of these people because they cannot report it. They do not have anyone to fight for them because they do not have the papers, the legal documents to keep them around. So anytime that they have a case against these people, they are going to win, of course. Now they take advantage of that and make sure that they are troubling these undocumented immigrants. We cannot deny the fact that undocumented immigrants are very hardworking people. They have been doing this farm work for way too long. And despite the fact that they have been paid peanuts and they are uncomfortable with the kind of pay that they have been given, they have never been complaining. They are okay. They have been just doing their things the way that they have done in the past. They have tried to make do with the little that they have been making on those farms. Now, white people were unable to appreciate that. They sent them away, and then now they want them back. And most surprising, they have brought a visa. I forget the name of that visa. They have now a visa that is, asking those undocumented immigrants to now come in, to be accepted in, to be accepted back. And then when they get to these white farms, they will be paid less than they used to be paid initially, before they left the country. Now, you would be wondering how that thought process is like, but that is really what America is. Now they want to pay these people $1 to $7 an hour, something that is worse than what they used to be paid before they were deported initially. Now, how inhuman can someone be that they can be thinking and planning such things to other people? These are human beings we're talking about. These are mostly black people that we're talking about. Now, you have decided to be very heartless. You have decided that you only care about yourselves, you care about your families and your children only, and then you do not care about anyone else. You know, you don't care what these people are going, you know, like what kind of a life do you want these people to live if you're going to pay them $1 to $7 an hour? What kind of life are they going to lead? Yeah, you're not, you do not sympathize with anyone. You're comfortable, and that is all that you care about. Now, these people are also complaining about not receiving the government help, which I am not sorry about, and I know that you black people are not sorry about, because these people voted in Trump, and when black people were asking them not to do that, they did not listen because they thought that black people were bluffing. They thought black people did not know what they were saying. You know, as always, they have always not listened to black people. Now, black people told them carefully enough that this guy is going to be bad for America. It's going to be bad for all of us. Let's not vote for him. Let's find someone else that cares about the real issues affecting the Americans, and not someone that is business-minded like that. They went ahead and voted in a businessman. Now he's doing his business the way that he told them he is. And now they are uncomfortable. They're crying. You know, you've seen farmers on this video crying, shedding tears, you know. They're not getting government support. They're not getting the help and the promises that Trump gave them. They listened to everything that Trump was saying, and I have said it countless times over here, that you as a sane-minded person, you should always make sure that you're not listening to what politicians are saying. Look at the manifestos they have, believe it at your own risk, because most of these things, they do not actualize them. Yeah, they're just there to entice you. They will do a percentage of them, but not even in the perfect way that they explained before you voted them in. These manifestos are usually just there to entice you, to make you vote for them. You know, it's just the game of politics. Now you go ahead and vote in such a person because they promised you a thing or two that will make you, that will promote white superiority, white privilege, and all that you care about. You know, white people only care about color. Not all white people. Most white people, though. They only care about their color, you know, as long as they have someone that is going to make sure that they are okay, they are going to vote them in, because that is all that counts to them. They do not care how that is going to impact or affect any other people, the other people from the other races. And that kind of selfishness is what has led them here. They're now crying about this whole situation, and they're unable to get over the fact that Obama is actually playing them, and actually played them big time during the campaigns and during the elections. Now, it is very sad that you are crying over a decision that you made. You decided that you're not going to listen to black people, and you decided that you're going to vote against your own interests. I want so much to be sorry for people like that, but I'm really unable to. I'm incapable of doing that, because this is what you wanted for yourselves. This is what you chose for yourself. This was a decision that you made because you are comfortable with it. Now, I expect that white people and everyone that voted in Trump to be comfortable with whatever he's doing. He's just doing his stuff, you know, he's minding his billionaire friends, himself and his family. That is exactly what he told you he would do. Yeah, he's a convicted felon. What did you expect he would be doing right now? Now he's just showing you who he really is, and he had shown you before and you did not learn a thing. Yeah, now he's showing you exactly who he is. This is his second term, and you know, he's not embarrassed about anything. He's okay. He told you he's a businessman. He's minding his business. What did you hear? He said he's a businessman. Now he's running America like it's his own business. Look at the tariff situation. Now people are crying about that. That is what you voted for. This is what you asked for, and this is what you get for not listening to black people, for not caring about other people, for being selfish, for just doing things as though America belongs to one person. Yeah, you should have thought about this before you did what you did. And I hope that this acts as a lesson to you and to everyone else that thought that voting in a wrong person just on the basis of color is okay. Now, you all know, we all can see what is happening, and we can all learn from that situation. to make sure that next time something like that does not happen and does not get to affect anyone any other time. Now, the next time black people will be talking about who to vote for, you will listen. And I am fully aware of the black people that voted him in. I wish I could name you by names, but yeah. So learn a lesson. Do not vote against your own interest. You know what you want, you know what you need. Don't vote against your own interest. Just be sane, at least care about yourself. That is all that I'm asking. Care about yourself. This is you now suffering for the consequences of not caring about you. Why would you vote against your own interest? You are given a chance to have better health care, you know, better government support, but you opted out. You know, you did not want that. You wanted this. And now that it's happening, you do not know what to say, you do not know what to think. So guys, if you're watching me for the first time, never been on this channel before, sorry about the ranting. We don't always do that over here, but sometimes when there's need. So guys, please, if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Furaha and I am humble to have you today on my channel. Very much humbled. And I hope to see you a lot more in the coming days. I hope that you are enjoying these videos and the things that we are doing over here. You can watch the other videos that are on this channel to see the kind of interactions that we have. Returning subscribers, thank you so much guys for the support. You are amazing. Look at yourself and say you are amazing, because that is exactly who you are. I really love you guys and I hope that you are safe from wherever you're watching me from. I will see you on my next video. Bye for now.